How you doing, guys? This is Joe with LVV HVAC. You see this capacitor right here? This is a 45/10 microfarads. 45 for the compressor, 10 for the fan motor. All right, check it out. You see that? See on top how it's bulged out? See the bottom here? You see that a little bit? That's bulged out too. All right, whenever it does something like this here, capacitor is no bueno. Okay, it kind of exploded on itself from the inside out. All right, sometimes you'll see some oil and stuff from the top. This way here stayed all in one piece, but it basically bubbled out. So whenever you see it, I don't want to say oblong, but whenever you see it, when the bottom's not flat, the top's not flat, and it's bulged out like this here, okay, it's no good. All right, I don't need to put a meter on it. If you want, you always can. It'll probably say OL, or give it some weird reading, but I know this is no good. All right, whenever it cannot be good when it's like this. All right, and if it is still good, that means it's on its way out. So change her up. All right, because this was just humming. Fan wasn't really turning. I spun it. Fan started. Okay, that's what capacitors are supposed to do. They're supposed to help run, since it's a split. It's a permanent split capacitor motor, the compressor as well as the fan. PSC, permanently split capacitor, means that the capacitor is in between in series. All right, guys, so we're going to change it out, and we'll show you the unit up and running. All right, guys, so we don't have a 4510. That's a little weird of a combination. This is a Rheem unit. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, to get them up and running, we're going to have to put a 45, not use the 5 here, and use this 10 right here. Okay, the way you do that is you have the power going from here to Rheem, okay, and then you're gonna run a power from there to this one here, and then have the brown wire, which used to be hooked up over here, okay, that brown wire, which is the fan, to the other side. Okay, so let me explain that one more time. Power comes in here. The orange is the power, the purple over here is the Rheem, so that's going to the start on the winding. Okay, and then the brown would go here. Okay, but because this is only a 5, that won't power it up the right way. So we're gonna go from here to here with the power, and then the brown that used to go here is gonna go here. Okay, so power, purple compressor wire goes to the start winding, power to here, jumping it over. And that brown wire that used to go on fan is going to go on the other side. So that power is going to go through here and give it the 10 microfarads it needs. I'll show you when it's set up. Okay, guys, so you see right there. All right, right over here. There you go, C. So we got the orange wires. One orange wire goes up to the fan. So that's the 110 for the fan. Okay. And we have the other orange wire, which is behind that one. You see that? That one comes up, and that goes right there to the contactor, one line. This black one is the other side of the fan, which is right over here. Okay, that's the black side of the fan, so that's 220. Now what we're doing is we're jumping over because we don't have the right capacitor or the correct microfarads for it. So we have this. We have that pink wire with the yellow clamps. Okay, going from the power, going to this 10 microfarad, coming out of the 10 microfarad to the brown, and that goes up, and goes right up to the fan. That will give the 10 microfarad to the fan, and now the orange has the power. Purple comes out. See where that says Rheem right there? See, hermetically sealed compressor. And that's going to start everything up. Okay, so I'm not going to shut you off. I'm just going to turn it on because the air handler's already on in there. Voila! Hip hip hooray! We get to go home now. All right, fan working. That hum, hear that hum? That's the compressor running. I would have liked to put a little tape over here just because it's not packed away like the other capacitor. Maybe put a little tape right around there. But it's zip tied away, it's not going to go anywhere. And we use all the tape, of course, on the last job today. All right, guys, so bad capacitor. That's how you get you use the second capacitor on it, okay? I used to be always confused about something like that. I didn't know where to get the power, how to jump it, this and that. So just make sure, remember, power goes into the C. That's what power goes into the unit, into the capacitor. Then from there, it goes through the capacitor, comes out at Rheem with a 45 microfarad or whatever you're using. And the other side, which would be Rheem, which are separate, that will come out 10, 7.5, 5 or whatever. If you don't have the right one, power goes into C. The Rheem goes on to whatever the Rheem was before. And if you have to use a second capacitor, it's just like when you change out a fan motor. Okay, this is the same setup now. Okay, you go from the C, okay, because that's where the power is. You jump that power to one side of the smaller capacitor, that 10 or 5 or 7.5, and then you put what used to go on that dual capacitor, that brown wire, whatever color used to go on fan, goes on the other side of that small one. Okay? So C goes to one side of the small capacitor, that fan goes to the other side of the capacitor. Alright? Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time.